Bitcoin is selling off again, guys, and it is back to that moving average. From highs of 109 to lows of 82,000, it has sold off 25% in a little over a month. 37 days. Now, we're at a critical level here. Is it going to hold above and bounce back to those previous levels? Or is this actually going to begin to sell off even more down to those 70 to 80,000 or even to $70,000 levels? Now, keep in mind, Bitcoin, when it rallies, it rallies. And when it pulls back, we've got a lot of consolidation this last time, but it pulled back to that moving average. Same thing here. Big rally away from what used to be a resistance of around 70,000 to about $72,000 resistance level. Now that as soon as it surpassed that resistance, it actually shot up and went to those levels we saw, last month and the beginning and the end of last year. These 90,000, 95,000 to even 106, $109,000 levels. Well, now it's been very bearish due to, of course, Trump announcing tariffs up on other countries. I believe it's up to like 25%. But this is wild, guy. The news on this. Look at all the news in just 24 hours. Look at this. In 24 hours, strategy is down 50%. Bitcoin falls to a new 3-month low and crosses below 200-day moving average, which it did. It did for just a moment here at 81,000. What was the lowest this candle was at? $82,144. Now, since then, it has retraced slightly. It's up about $3,000 from that area, but still looking very bearish indeed. Now, the news is insane. There's so much news coming out. Peter Schiff, Bitcoin rally to 100,000. It says repayment by Trump to crypto supporters, but 50K may be on the cards. So if this goes to 50K, we will have an opportunity to buy more. If this goes to, I'm already starting to invest in it, right? I'm buying a few at 84 in case it bounces. If it goes to 70, I'm going to load up. And if it even goes to 50s or lower, I'm going to load up because this thing can definitely rally to 100K. Now, it says Bitcoin tumbles below 85,000 amid President Trump's EU tariff threats. Now, that was 20 hours ago. If we keep scrolling up, I mean, look at this. Negative news, positive news, negative news, positive news. And it can definitely be a little overwhelming when seeing these headlines. Oh, I should get in. Oh, I should sell. Oh, I should buy. Oh, I should sell. And, you know, we're just looking at the overall market. It's bearish. We'd love to see this go lower, in my opinion, before it goes higher. But this thing could definitely rally and actually bounce right off of that moving average. Now, other news, a little bit more recent here, if we go into like even 14 minutes, positive news said that Standard Chartered reiterates $500,000 price target on Bitcoin. Okay? They're saying this can go to 500,000. So if you feel like you may be missing out, throw a few dollars in here. To put that into perspective, that'd be 5 times your investment. So if say you buy at $100,000 price point, it goes to 500K. Well, then you 5 times whatever investment it was. If you had 100, you'd make 500. If you had 1,000, you'd make 5,000. If you put 10,000 in, you'd make 50,000. And if you can put an entire Bitcoin right now at 84,000, it could potentially go up to 500,000 a Bitcoin. Doesn't mean it has to, right? Right now we're looking at $84,000 levels. Bitcoin crashes to 85,000 because of Trump tariffs and ETFs sell off. The market's selling off today. China, it says China-U.S. military talks resume amid de-escalation hope. That's one of the top headlines for the U.S. Negative, Trump tariff tsunami threatens to wash away Bitcoin bull market. And Bitcoin drop hard as traders fear fall down below 80K over CME gap. Mass exodus of capital leaves Bitcoin ETFs as the crypto struggles. So, there are a lot of people selling, right? Bitcoin price sell off put focus on November runaway gap below 80K. So this was a runaway, from 70 to 98 was a huge runaway. Like maybe we should be around this level, 80-ish. And we may just consolidate and just trade within this level right here. But nonetheless, it's very interesting to see exactly where this is going. If we look at a weekly, you can see these rallies, these huge pushes up. I remember when it was down at, it was down at $100, $1,000, went all the way up to 20K, and came all the way back down to $4,000. So these huge rallies and these huge sell-offs are nothing new for Bitcoin. Okay, so then it went from 3,000, 4,000, all the way up to 15,000 back in 2019. Sold off again back to 4,000. And then in March 2020, it pushed up a whole year to from, lows of 5 to like 11. And then as soon as October 2020 came, pumped from 11,000 all the way up to $64,000 in literally like 175 days. Excuse me. I'm a little sick. So it pushed up 466%, pulled back 55%, went back up again 135%, and then sold off. And this was years ago. This was literally in 2021, right? Well, a few years now. Sold off 77% after that big rally to 67,000. You guys remember that? Came all the way back down to 16,000. Did you guys hear me? A 76% sell-off. Like, we're nowhere close to a 76% sell-off. 76% sell-off from all-time highs would put us at 25,000. Okay. And it's already sold off 25%. And this is going actually right along with this moving average. You see this moving average right here, this yellow line that I drew? I drew this like months ago. I drew this in July. I drew this in July of 2024. Right here, right where it starts. That's where I drew it, indicating, hey, this is going to probably continue on this upward trend. But with that said, it doesn't mean that this can't drop even more from 84,000 all the way down to those $50,000 levels. Just like everyone keeps talking about, another 40% sell-off. And if it does sell off to 50K, then we can actually then start to load up and get some money and make over 100% profit, right? We could double our money to get back to those all-time highs. History does tend to repeat itself. Patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to, but most of the time they do. And if we can time this correctly, not buy up here when everyone else is, buying, which is crazy. I'm not sure why anyone would buy at those levels. We wait for that pullback, and then we buy when we're more comfortable. I'd rather buy at 84,000 than 109. I'd rather buy at 70,000. And you guys remember, guys, this was just at these levels, 50 to 70. It was within that range from March 2024. It was all of 2024, basically, from March to November. Okay, from March to November, it traded within this level. Now, very recently, we've kind of been trading within this level here, right? Kind of this kind of range-ish like that, right? Between like 95, 94, even 90s. I mean, this has even got as low as 90s. 90,000 to 106. So it's kind of been trading within that range for quite some time, from November 2024 to now. So now it's just like, hey, okay, we got to retest. Is it going to bounce off of this 77,000 moving average on a weekly? Is it going to get back to this moving average, 200-day moving average? It's interesting to see, right? On the daily time frame, it's already bounced, but it's still making lower lows. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments if you think it's going to go down even more, or if it's going to rally at these levels and go back up. I'd love to know your thoughts on Bitcoin. Also, if you're new here, if you want to watch me trade live, I do go live every single morning at market open, and I live stream my day trading session with all of you. You can watch me make money, lose money, get inside my head, talk and ask questions with me and other like-minded individuals who all want to do nothing more than simply learn how to be more consistently profitable in the stock market. So if that sounds interesting to you, subscribe to the channel, sign up with our Discord, link in the description below. 100% free, lifetime access. Get in while you can, because it might not be free for long. So just a little tip there. If you get in now, you won't have to pay later. And hey, and if you don't use it, cool. But at least you got that for future reference. So yeah, appreciate your guys' time. And we will see you all in tomorrow morning's live stream. Catch you later.